welcome back to this month's video. This month we're once again cooking, but we're making the graduation cake from RWBY Volume 7, Chapter 4, Pomp and Circumstance. We're going to try to be recreating the cake from its chocolatey layers, the icing, the decorations, and we'll see how this goes. So we have our cake mix, nothing too special, just box cake mix. We have fondant to make the decorations for it, the atlas in the center, and then like the viney things that'll be in the corners. Got some tools for that. We have the sprinkles. The ones on the cake look rather large. These are pretty small, but they'll do the trick. And then we got icing. Didn't know how badly I'd messed it up, so I made sure to grab a lot, thankfully. There was a sale going on. We got some different types of food coloring, going to be experimenting with. Got our bowls to do so, and then some toothpicks to try that out. And then we got our bowls and pans and piping bag. We're going to be using this one because it closely resembles the purple icing around the cake. Oh yes, and we have our fabulous cake board and our sous chef. I'm actually going to go ahead and start prepping the cakes tonight. So that way they can cool in the fridge overnight. So tomorrow can be a fun day where we get to decorate. So I'm gonna go and get started, just mixing the cake, simple cake mix, nothing too fancy. And I'll let you know how it goes once they're done baking. Yep, they're in the oven on. We got our baked cakes out of the oven, set a timer for 20 minutes, gonna let them cool in the pan, and then we'll transfer them to the wire rack. So this first one that came out, a chunk of it came loose, which is sitting here, but I'm going to use that piece to deter the husband away. And this one came out very fluid-like and very sleek. So I got plastic wrap. I'm going to wrap those in about 30 minutes or so, and then stick them in the good old fridge. We will decorate tomorrow. We have our third cake, substitute cake I guess you could call it. That looks good to go, so I'm gonna let that cool. It is now the third day of recreating the RWBY graduation cake from Volume 7. Put that there. So, good morning. So I'm gonna try slicing the second cake. It came out pretty decent. It didn't fall apart or anything like that. It's been in the fridge overnight, excuse me. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that in half. I'm gonna try frosting all 4 layers. I'm gonna try to do that here. And I'm gonna put it back in the fridge while I try to figure out the frosting, and then this thing is gonna be so sugary. This can and just frost the entire thing, and then I have one more can of frosting that I'm just gonna use to do like a second layer of frosting. Nora will rejoice. But and then just kind of do that for around the edges of where there is color, because the middle looks kind of white. I don't know, I had to take like photos from my computer onto my phone, and then I have to keep switching back and forth, so I do apologize for all of that. I just went ahead and finished frosting off screen. So as you can see, there's crumbs and all that stuff that I'm hoping decorations will take care of that, as well as the color frosting. There's like 2 different types. There's like a white and a vanilla, but otherwise it is frosted. I'm gonna go and stick this in the fridge for another 45 minutes, hour or so, and go and get the fondant pieces started. Alrighty, so I've never used fondant before. However, going by the instructions, it says to go ahead and freeze the cake so it will stick to the body. We're already doing that. So it says to knead the fondant on powdered sugar. I have confectionery sugar. Hopefully does the trick. And then we'll go ahead. I don't know how to do this because I did not cut these out. I have this and then this from the corner. I'd have to make double of the corner pieces, so we're gonna just start the Atlas thing first, because hopefully that's the easiest thing now. So I went ahead and cleaned off this space where the cardboard box was, and we're just gonna set a bunch out here. It's very crumbly. What it looks like. It's not the best, it's not exact measurement or anything like that, but it gets the job done. You can tell it's the Atlas. I'm gonna get the clock in the middle, the circle donut-y thing, little things on the side, and then the scepter. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this in the fridge, and then we'll start on decorating the sides with the fondant. It's kind of the method I've started using, where I just cut a piece, kind of roll it around, then shape it into like a vine shape. Thinking about doing at least 30 pieces, 15 on each side, where 2 of the big ones will be like in the middle, and then there'll be medium around that, and then small little pieces around it, because that's kind of how the picture looks, is like these like big, you know, swirly designs, and then like medium and small around it. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and finish up here, we'll clean up, and then we'll start the frosting. To make it easy, I went ahead and narrowed it down to these 2 couples. So we have like a green apple for the lightish blue, and then we have mangosteen, fancy, for the purple. Okay, so I just went ahead and added a droplet because I believe that's the correct color. Of course, the lighting might be off, but in my eyes, it looks correct. So we're gonna be spreading this on the side of the cake, but first we got to make the purple. Alrighty, and this is what we have for the purple, kind of like a lavender color. Could be a bit lighter, but I think once I add more white, it'll lighten up a bit. So I'm gonna go and see how the cake's doing, see if it's ready for a second or maybe 3rd coat of frosting. So here we have our cake. It's been in the fridge ever since I put the top and the side coating on. Now I just want to go ahead and spread like the purple and the blue on top. And just kind of leave the middle whitish. So I did save a bit of vanilla cream. I'll just put that in the middle, and then once I'm done frosting it, we'll go and set it back in the fridge. you can. So now we're going to go ahead and put the other fondant things on. There we have both sides. This one looks kind of good, like whimsical. This one's a little bit cartoony-ish, but it's fine. So what's left is some sprinkles. Rainbow sprinkles, which look really, really big. Maybe because I blew up the photo, but maybe this way. And we'll get the table while we're at it too, and the cake board. I think that's plenty though, because there's so much sugar. This is it. Yay. Finally, after 3 days and messy kitchen and frosting everywhere, sugar everywhere, just lingering in the air, we're finally done. To my standards, at least. May not be the most exact, precise thing, but it does look delicious. Enough that maybe Nora would even want to go. But first we have to cut the cake, which, speaking of cutting the cake, this is my attempt of a closet cosplay Penny Paladina, because she is the one that cut the cake at the graduation. So without further ado, I'm going to slice into it and try to decide which side. Maybe the good side first. So we're going to start in this corner. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. I do have a cake server and a plate. I wonder who got the edge piece from I'm off camera. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else does that at birthday parties. And there we have it. There we go. I don't know if you can see. One layer of frosting's not really showing up. I guess it's like the second layer. Yeah, that's the one I had trouble with. So there's like 1, 2, 3. So, but we keep cutting and finding it. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna actually do something else as of right now. I have 2 slices. One that I'm gonna eat on screen for this video, and then the other slice I want to use for a TikTok idea and for my cosplay video. So do one more outfit change. I think you guys might know who it is, but delicious. So yep, changed into Nora for the eating portion of this video. Just already graduated with the Huntress license and is ready to celebrate with some cake. So without further ado, let's give this a try. There's a lot of sugar. I've been smelling it and now I'm standing here tasting it like, wow. It's just like, I mean, it's good, not gonna lie. You know, it's a moist cake, so I did have problems with that, with the structuring and all that, but otherwise it works out rather well. I don't see how she ate like 6 or 7 slices of this. I gotta do the one, so. But yeah, this is pretty good. I thought about giving up several times, but hey, you know, decided to go with it. So once again, I attempted, I wouldn't say I recreated, more like an attempt to create like a replica. Can we call it an abstract kind of cake from RWBY Volume 7. It's Chapter 4, Pomp and Circumstance, where the teams graduate with their Hunters and Huntresses license. Definitely be sure to check it out. It's on roosterteeth.com. Not sponsored, but definitely a good show. I'm looking forward to Volume 8. Can't wait to see what the characters are going to get into next. Let me know down below what you guys thought about this video. Bakers, don't come at me. RWBY, diehard RWBY fans, don't come at me. Just know that this was just something fun to do, something I had thought about for a long time, and I'd stalked YouTube for a very long time, I think since the end of May. Just something that I wanted to try out. So, hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in next month's video.